Hello and welcome to AP Studio Drawing. My name is Jeremy McDonald. I am the visual art teacher here at St. James School, and I've been teaching and living here for about 13 years. I have a bachelor's and master's degree in art education from Edinburgh University in Pennsylvania, and I have about 19 years teaching experience. Before I came to St. James School, I taught art levels pre-K all the way to 12th grade in public schools in North Carolina. The Latin teacher at my previous school came to St. James to teach for a few years before one day calling me out of the blue and asking me if I was interested in coming to teach at Hogwarts. I had never experienced independent boarding schools before, and it did seem very magical. The campus was beautiful, the food was great, and the students and the staff were wonderful. So I was hooked. So 13 years later, I am still here helping some awesome kids make some very incredible art. So in AP Drawing, AP Studio Drawing, the students are really in control of the art within the parameters of College Board portfolio requirement. This meaning they are doing 15 pieces of art or works of art that attempt to answer a guiding question that the students have formulated themselves at the beginning of the year. But it does change as they progress through the year. These 15 works try to answer the question that they've created. They also submit 5 additional works that are kind of the cream of the crop that show their mastery of the artist's medium. All of these pieces, all these 15 pieces get submitted to College Board at the end of the school year in May. They are free to try new approaches, techniques, and medium while trying to find deeper meaning in the art that they create. I do offer students options for each project in case inspiration is not coming to them, but they are really in the driver's seat. In this course, the students have much more control over the direction of their art through their choices of subject matter, style, and aesthetic. We will need to create about 15, or they will need to create about 15 to 20 major art projects this year. So the pace is very fast and furious and will require them to make art over breaks, on weekends, and even on some evenings. Students will also have weekly sketchbook assignments. Each week, the students will be asked to practice, experiment, and revise ideas from their current projects in their sketchbooks. For example, if the project that they're working on that week had a bird in the composition, they could use their sketchbook to practice drawing feather patterns, or they could sketch out a re-envisioning of the composition, or they can experiment with a different medium. Then later that week, they will write an artist's statement about their drawing. This writing is also in the parameters of the portfolio submission, meaning the way that they label all of their artwork when they submit in May is based on these 3 points: materials, process, and ideas. They have just 300 characters, that's letters and spaces, to express the concepts and content of their artwork. It is quite challenging to be that concise, so we do practice this every week in their sketchbook. All of my assignments and the pacing for the projects is laid out in the timeline that I gave each student at the beginning of the school year, and that they will hopefully have kept in their sketchbook or some notebook. It is also posted on the class's Blackboard page, and I for redundancy, also post every week in Blackbaud their assignments and when sketchbooks are due and when major projects are due. This year, like last spring, I was presented with a very unique challenge: how to teach visual art virtually, and now in a hybrid format. Last spring, I had to teach all my classes asynchronistically, meaning I needed to pre-record my classes for all my students to watch in their own time or in their own time zone in many cases. I had to do so because my classes were very mixed, with multiple classes meeting during a single class block. The difference is my classes are much less mixed, and I'm given more adequate time to teach each individual section during that block. I am able to teach live and simultaneously teach virtually. Another improvement over last spring is that I had the foresight to order all the materials that the students would need and get those materials to them, or at least get them a materials list and give them adequate time to order their materials. I'm also able to give instruction on camera and in person, giving me more opportunity to give feedback and individualized instruction. While this is a little bit more challenging for my online students, we have been finding a way to get around that. We take a lot of photographs. They send me a lot of photographs that I look at, and I can give them great feedback in class, in person, right there, instantaneous feedback. They can also send me emails if it's a time zone issue. They send me emails with their images or team chat images, and I'm able to give written feedback if that's what we need to do. Although I'm really looking forward to the day when all the students return to campus and get back into the studio, we are finding a way to make this work, and it has been a lot of fun. I hope your child has enjoyed working with me as much as I have enjoyed teaching them and getting back in the studio. And I just want to say thank you and have a great Parents' Weekend or Family Weekend. Bye-bye.